All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. I thought I'd come on here just for a moment and give you a history lesson, something that you're definitely not going to learn in colleges. You're not going to learn in schools. You can't learn it from the homeschool curriculum because they butcher every curriculum that there is. But I want to tell you something, how I know the present time that we're in and which way we're headed, because it's amazing about history. History has this uncanny ability to be able to repeat itself. And no doubt we're repeating the same thing that other empires has done throughout history. I'm going to give you the 4 points, what I call the 4 points of every empire, the rise and the fall of it. And I need for you to listen to me very closely. And I'm going to use the Europeans coming over here conquering the land of Pastordowell, which we call America today. And the only reason why it's called America is because a European by the name of Amerigo Vespucci actually conquered the land. Now, it's amazing that it's not called Columbus, even though we have a holiday in this country called Columbus Day, and even though Columbus never stepped 1 foot in this land. But hey, that just lets you know what the conquering empires do when they want to butcher up and tell the story their way. If you really truly want to know the story, you're going to have to go to the people that are native to the land. But anyway, the way that all empires, I don't care if it's the Egyptian empire that's called Mizraim, or the Babylonian empire, the Persian empire, the Parthian empire, or the Parthian who was in between that transition, the Medes and the Persians, the Greeks and the Romans, which end up merging together basically and end up being the Byzantine Empire, which lasted about over 1,000 years, which most of us don't know nothing about because we have a curriculum here in the government that actually teaches us what they want us to know, and we actually think that we're operating by some type of form of intelligence. But anyway, every single empire, when the Europeans came over here to America, the first thing they did was took this land by conquest. Now, you want to make, for some reason, I don't know if they're trying to appease their conscience or what, but they made many promises and they broke it, but it was just another way to commit genocide upon the natives of this land right here, called the Indians. But anyway, it was a conquest, and that's exactly what had happened. And then they took the lands, made states out of them, without the input of the Indians. They took the lands, made states out of them, and so they conquered the land. So the first thing, number one, is conquest. Then the next thing is what in the world is that? Oh boy. All right, but anyway, where was I? All right, the first one is conquest. The next one is consolidation. So what they do is they end up making these independent states. They end up warring with each other and stuff, and that's the reason why we're called the United States of America. And so they end up consolidating all the states. Now, there's something that you may not be familiar with here in American history, or that you may not know. But I'm going to clearly tell you exactly what it is. It's getting kind of dark. Let me remove these sunglasses for a second. But what you may not know is that there is a state that we have in this so-called union that is called Hawaii. Hawaii. And if you don't know it, Google it and see what you come up with. Google the Kingdom of Hawaii. Because while we all sit up here thinking that Hawaii is one of the states here in America, Hawaii don't believe that they are one of the states in America. As a matter of fact, they believe that they operate totally independent of this country, which your government ain't going to tell you because that's going to mix up the 50 stars that is on those stripes, those bars and stripes, which actually is a corporation flag or a flag of the corporate America rather than the liberty flag. But anyway, that's another story, another time. So we've got conquest, we have consolidation, and then the next thing you know, that's why I was talking about the states, we have expansion. So in comes Puerto Rico, in comes Hawaii, in comes Alaska, and then comes us having over 230 something military bases all across this world. And wherever we have a military presence, that is our land, whether you like it, understand it or not. So it's an empire. So America is an empire. So we got conquest, we have consolidation, we have expansion, and then the next thing we have is demoralization. In other words, we become very immoral. We become very immoral. Very, very immoral in all of things that we do in this world. You look at how immoral, I don't even know if I want to call it demoralization. I want to call it where it is. We lose values. And you look and see all the alternative lifestyles. You look at the decline of our society, and our children are just rebellious, and they speak against their mothers and fathers, and they talk against them and talk back against them and stuff. And it's just a little shame what's going on in our society. We see a decline happening right before our very eyes, and we seem like we're powerless to do something about it. So we're sitting here watching our society decline right before our very eyes. So we have conquest, we have consolidation, we have expansion, then we have demoralization, and then last but not least, we have conquest again. That means some other country is actually going to come and actually take us over like we've done somebody else. It's just a wave of mankind. It's just history. It's a history lesson. That's why I can tell you clearly where we're at, where we're headed, and where we're going, is because history has this uncanny ability to repeat itself again and again and again and again. And your schools, their curriculum, and your mom and daddy who thought that it's not important for you to know these things. They don't think it's important for you to know. Now I'm going to teach you. And your churches and your pastors, they don't care one bit about it. Why do you think I care? Why do you think I tell you about it? Because if I don't tell you about it, I don't know who is. But the reason why we tell you about it is so you can prepare for the next transition that's getting ready to take place, whether you like it, understand it or not. So get those in your mind, understand where we at, prepare yourself, and then you'll see what's getting ready to take place. And if I'm not telling the truth, go and prove me wrong. Make a video about it and show me how wrong I am about history, because we have repeated the same mistakes as all other empires in the past. And that's the truth. And that's the true straight way. Have a good day.